I want to take our viewers now through the latest visuals that are also coming in of Prime Minister Modi assessing the situation. He was at the civil hospital, and these are the latest visuals that have come in. We just spoke right now. The health minister just came in of Gujarat, and we, did have a word with him, and our team, in fact, had a word with him. All right, these visuals, of course, coming in of the Prime Minister at the crash site, assessing the situation at the crash site. It's difficult to assess also, Amit, because the debris spread out. When I spoke to one of the investigating officers from the aircraft accident bureau, and he was actually telling me that the debris spread over 600 meters, though the tail end is intact, but because of the inflammable fuel of the aircraft, which completely splattered, the fire engulfed, and that is where flight AI-171, as per him, was a fireball and exploded. And that is what led to some of the debris. The door of one of the aircrafts was found 900 meters away from the tail end. So it's a task for the investigative agencies as well, and even for the Prime Minister, rather than to look at, the crash site. And eyewitness accounts, Amit, were even telling me late last night that even when the fire tenders came in to put the blaze, the temperature of the ATF, the air turbine fuel, which was about 90 to 100 tons that the aircraft was carrying at the time of takeoff, was so high that the water pools that had gathered after when the fire brigades came in to douse the flame, even with foam, that foam and that water, the temperature of that was also enough to burn somebody alive. And that was the situation for the first 1.5 hours at the crash site. Right now, investigative agencies, they're picking out clues. Amit, what more can you add?
Preeti, we also need to decode this in the very fact that the plane had just taken off, and the fuel with the plane was nearly 1.25 lakh liters. That's a humongous amount of fuel, highly inflammable fuel that's in the aircraft. And right within a minute after takeoff, the flight had a crash, and that is why that big cloud of fire had engulfed the neighborhood where this plane crash happened. And that is also one of the reasons, as you are rightly pointing out, there was hardly any time left for the passengers to react, to safeguard themselves, except for that one miraculous, a person who have been miraculously saved in this particular plane crash. Viswas is at the hospital right now. So yes, the investigative agencies, the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, which is carrying out the investigation as per the IQA norms, they had come here quite early in the day yesterday itself to pick up as much as they could from the ground and to connect the dots. Yes, the black box remains the most crucial part of this investigation, because there we would understand, the agencies would understand as to how come both the engines failed at the very moment when the flight took off, and why there was no thrust coming to the flight for the elevation to achieve, because there was no elevation, and hence the flight
just
crashed.
Giving out information, because both Amit and I really can't see the visuals that we're streaming in, but those visuals of the Prime Minister, Amit, have been given to believe coming in of the Civil Aviation Minister, Mr. Naidu, along with Harsh Sanghvi, who's a minister in Gujarat, apprising the Prime Minister of what really happened. The Prime Minister taking that into account. Of course, these visuals were recorded much earlier, and now the Prime Minister has come in to the civil aviation, the civil hospital, where most of actually all of the bodies that were wheeled in. But those visuals coming in from the crash site of the Prime Minister visiting the crash site, you have the Civil Aviation Minister with him, apprising him of the situation. Mr. Naidu flew in hours after the news of the crash came in, and he has been, through the course of the night, I've been given to understand, taking multiple meetings. But, all of that really tantamounts to nothing till the time there is information on what really led to the crash. There is the tactical details of that in viewers, then there is the human side and the emotional human toll is just it's numbing at a level. It's heartbreaking, and I would think nobody ever should ever go through something like this, where they come into a hospital. Yesterday at night, some of them, because it's a story that I won't forget, because I spoke to the mother of one of the victims on board, or one of those who's been killed on board flight AI 171, and she said his messages are still delivering. Every time I send him a message, the message still delivers. So I don't believe he's not there. I don't believe he's been killed. And at that point of time, there were very sketchy details till the time of how many dead. And of course, at about 1:30 a.m., closer to that, the government, the DGCA, Air India declared 241 on board the flight are dead. And despite of that, there are relatives who say that there's cellular activity on their phones. Our messages are going through. But that could very well be because I was at the crash site and we saw bags strewn around. The cargo spilled across. It was a catastrophic zone there. It's just, this is it. This is the story. This is the story, viewers, and there's nothing else, because that's the human face. And this is what I would think the country will remember as one of the worst civil aviation disasters. आप इन्हें पानी दे दो, मैम. It's what do you do? What is it that you do other than give them some water? Most of them don't even know whether they are coming or going. That is their mental state right now, and you can't really question it. It's their life turned in a matter of minutes. For them, some of them, like the lady right here, her family working in UK, the sole breadwinners, while the others, and there are every bench here will tell a different story of loss. Every bench where you see the loved ones sitting will tell you a different story of bereavement or heartbreak. And it breaks your heart to even be standing here and to be just looking at all of this as and documenting it was so. But what do you do? I want to go back now. I believe we do have Vidya with us. Vidya, who's joining us from the civil hospital. Vidya, what I've been given to understand right now is that over 200 bodies charred beyond recognition. DNA sampling of that has started, but it will still take 3 days for the results to come in.
Preeti, in fact, the samples from the bodies were taken. The procedure was immediately begun yesterday itself, and the bodies samples have been taken. But remember, it has to be taken from the family members, the near and dear ones who are, directly related to those people. That's something that is a little challenge, because as people from the, at the test sample taking center were telling us that there are quite a few relatives who are actually abroad. We did see, say for example, Vijay Rupani's wife just came in, but then she's, of course, her sample
now
has not
coming
been taken.
in, Prime
but then
the latest news break right now coming in. All right, okay, Vidya, I'm going to come right back to you. Continue to stay with us. We're going to get into a quick break and come right back from the civil hospital at Ahmedabad. This is the place now, viewers, where all the bodies, 265 of them, have been brought in at the mortuary. The mortuary is full. There are various other sections of the hospital that have been converted into makeshift mortuaries. And the DNA sampling now going in as relatives since yesterday, continuing to come in.